Okay. Sorry about that. Spooked myself a little bit. I didn't know that was actually playing. Alright. This is another test. Got a different mic. That last one sucked. Hard. So, I'm going to try something a little bit different. And I am going to try and actually play Bloodborne for a little bit. Now, I'm probably going to be talking a little bit less during this because I'm probably going to need to focus. Because I really, 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 really suck at this. So...
Oh, yeah. Pale blood.
I'll try to stay quiet during the cinematics, but...
Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
You creepy bastard. Alright. Let's see, appearance. Name... Spunty is the first thing that's coming to my mind. Gender... That's fine. Just because... let's see, I usually go high strength, high vitality, just because I'm more the brute fighter than anything else. So... That's probably it right there. Now... Which I can actually... use old faithful on that. Plug that to do. Alrighty. Again, if this sounds a little odd, I'm not used to having the headphones, like ones that are this big on. So if I sound a little weird at first, that's just because I'm getting used to this. You might hear a little rattling for a second. And away we go. Again, do not expect me to be good at this. I have beaten the game. After much death. This game is absolutely, positively one of the hardest things I've ever played through.
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry.
I should state that one of the hardest games
happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Foreshadowing. I should state I have beaten Dark Souls 2 as well. Again, very hard game. Very difficult games, but I think this is a little bit harder than Dark Souls 2, personally, if only just because it's a different system and it's not one that I was used to. Never beat Dark Souls 1. Beat Demon Souls. So I've got a fair repertoire, but let me point this out. I'm as blunt force trauma when it comes to games like this. So if I really do start to getting a little closer, I get the feeling this game might have been originally intended to be in 3D. Because that shot very, very 3D. I do have like I said, I do have history with this series, but I'm very blunt force trauma when it comes to the games like this. I'm running screaming, and if I'm not doing that, then I'm not doing it right in my mind. So, you're okay, guys. All right, Well. That's pleasant.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
Also get used to a lot of weird accents, because that usually seems to be a thing with these games as well. Okay. So. Do-do-do. Do-do. Just getting used to things. It's been a little bit since I played this, so I'm just trying to get used to it, and try to get used to the sound as well, because, again, I'm not used to playing this with the, headphones on. I may need to adjust in case the volume is a little. Actually, I might do that right now. Controls. Oh, there we go. That's better. By the way, if anybody does join in, I can't see the actual comments because I'm just doing this, again, just as a test mostly, but I can't see the comments because, well, I don't have the comments up on screen, because I do want to have these up on YouTube, and I just don't want to have that blocking people for the people who watch this in hindsight. I'm more of a YouTuber than a streamer. This is just a way for me to record games, more or less, but if anybody likes streaming, well, that's another thing, too, and I'm going to have to be very... Can you stealth this? I've never actually tried that before. Gonna say no. Definitely gonna say no. Definitely gonna say no. Gonna say no. Nope, nope, nope. No. Come here, yep. Are you hiding? Seriously trying to friggin' like... Is he trying to trick me? So I'm actually rather impressed. Okay. I passed the first test. I think that's the echo from Goku getting punched in the balls in that one DBZ movie. Seriously, what was up with that? Anyway. What the... Well. I was this close to doing that well. This close. Oh well. There goes that idea. That's a sign of things to come. Anyway. I'm going to try not to skip these, but if I do by accident, it's just out of a habit. One thing I will say is wearing these headphones, again, I usually just use the speakers out of my laptop or out of the TV when I'm watching stuff on YouTube, but or Twitch the occasional time. Whenever I am, I'm usually just using the speakers out of the actual device, like the laptop or the television. So I got sidetracked there. Sorry, long day. So I'm not used to hearing quite this good fidelity coming out right in my ears. So the soundtrack, usually very good. This is actually a lot better than I remember it being. It's very, very beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful soundtrack. Let's see. Yeah, let's go Hunter X. Hunter pistol. Just getting used to things again. It's been a little bit since I have played this. I did play it a little bit when the DLC came out. I do have it. I'll probably end up going through it at some point, but... Alright, it comes with some bullets, nice. Actually, I'm gonna take those. Actually, oops. Thought that was asking me to withdraw something, not deposit. Oopsie-daisy.
Welcome to the I am... Gammon.
Sorry, I skipped it again.
To you, hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this.
Story of every single
Just go
From
out
Software
and
game.
kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
I have to wonder if that's some kind of actual, like, subtle parody of themselves. Kind of like how all the stories of these games, from Demon Souls to Bloodborne, it's always been kind of, like, very vague and weird. I wonder if that's actually kind of like a parody of that now that I'm thinking of it.
This was once a safe haven for hunters. A workshop where hunters used blood to enhance their weapons and flesh. We don't have as many tools as we once did, but you're welcome to use whatever you find. Even the dog, should it please you.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot clown pole. Both the subject and the doll. Not touching that. Because that's gross. You creepy old man. And then I go and touch it anyway. Meh. Hindsight. Alright. Let's go kick that wolf's ass, shall we? Let's. I think we should. Again, I have no idea how the quality of this is coming through. I tested the mic before. It sounded really good. So... it should come out well. Again, I'm going to try and do a little more streaming when I've got a friend of mine with me, just so I can kind of get a better feel for this. I'm doing this by myself just late at night, just as a little test. So... hey, kitty, 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 kitty! Again, as I was describing, I run in screaming. Expect me to use the Kirk hammer. A lot. I also think I just missed something. Oh, no, I didn't. Actually, I just picked that up. I'm a little paranoid, don't mind me. Damn. I don't know why I've had that stuck in my head now. Random sea shanty music. I don't know. It's been a long day. I work in retail, and it's December, so you can probably take a guess at how that's going. Seriously, I don't know why that's stuck in my head. Alright. So close.
Oh, you must be a hunter.
Never knew this guy was here first, by the way.
Not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could.
I wish I could have made them. Probably should have made this guy blue just so he could look like, what's that guy's name from Hellboy? The fish guy.
This town is.
That's what that reminds me of.
Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
Seriously, wish I knew where that was stuck in my head. Anyway. Pebbles. For those who have not played the game, you may think that that's a very silly item to have. My response... not really. Because you can use that to distract a lot of enemies, and it comes in very much handy. Just say those damn Finnish. Racist. Don't mean to sound rude, but what the hell is going on with your face, dude? That is probably the best that has ever gotten for me. Usually something bad happens. Alright. First and foremost. Yeah, I know you're over there. Alright, let's test my shotgunning here. Okay. Come on. There we go. Need a little practice trying to remember exactly what the timing was. Again, I'm not an expert at this. I am not Lobos. I am not Fadi. I am literally some schmuck who thinks these games are kind of neat. So, do not expect pro level of gameplay. Expect me to die a lot and in various stupid ways. Just letting you know that. Now, there's usually a guy here. I can never remember exactly where he is. I might have already left. Knock knock.
That outsider?
Yes.
Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Fuck you too. People around here are Not that... Whoop. Visit Scenic Yarnum. Be either insulted or killed by half the friggin' populace. Like I said, die in many, various stupid ways. That's the first of many. Wooden shield. I know they put that in because it's more or less a joke. It's supposed to be like a prank almost on... Alright, I forgot. You have to go to you have to return with each lantern to save at it. Oh well. I'm going back in a second. Yeah. Actually, wait a minute. Bunch of racist. It seriously sounds like he's saying those damn Finnish. I'm also very paranoid about, what's the term I'm looking for? I'm also very paranoid about, health, so I'm going to use a lot of health items for no reason. One-on-one, these guys are a piece of cake, but the problem is, you're very rarely going to be one-on-one with these guys. Yeah, I know you're there. And I also know that you're there. And yet I still took a remarkable amount of stupid damage. Yay. And I legitimately forgot you were there and took no damage. Why is that stuck in my head? I think I traveled a fair distance before he died. Never sure where exactly the placement on the... I'll get to you in a moment. Never sure where the placement on the bloodstains, like what sense it makes anymore. Like it seems like it makes none. Because the guy died, like, all the way over there, now it's... I don't know. Alright. Ow. Okay, let's try this a different way then. I could jump down there. So, as I mentioned about the pebbles, I've just got to... Seriously? There we go. Here, buddy. Here, buddy. Seems like there's a lot more guys with shields now. Maybe that's just my imagination, but it seems like there actually is. Oh, no. Not happening today, sunshine. Probably happening today, sunshine. Like I said, I suck at this. Very, very badly. One thing I actually do really like about this game, now that I'm thinking about it, actually, you can't level up until you hit the first boss. That's kind of interesting, because a lot of times I'm putting my fan towards me because it's a little warm in here right now. Yeah, I know December is warm. Weather's been very strange around here, but anyway. Again, you can't level up until you get insight. The only way to get insight is either you have a Madman's knowledge, or I think it's a Mad God's knowledge as well. I forget which one gives you two. Might be like Old God's knowledge or something like that. But I know. Oh yeah, I could have gone the other way as well. Oh well, too late now. But the other way is by fighting a boss. So, one of the easiest ways to get it is to fight the boss. So, first time you ever get insight, more than likely is going to be when you fight the first boss who's coming up. Which I think that it's clever design, not making sure that you don't have a crutch to rely on in the beginning. Just letting you know, like, trying to get you in the habit of maybe not leveling up as much, just to try and beat something using pure skill instead of that. I, however, am Captain Cheeseball, and am probably going to ignore all of these use your skill things and just end up calling for help. Okay, good. Also, and I don't know if this is confirmed, but is it true that... I think it is true that... But I think it's true that... the more times you kill a specific enemy, the less likely they are to drop stuff? Don't quote me on that, but... I think that's the case. Also, in case you haven't figured it out yet, I mumble like crazy, and I stutter like crazy, so until I get used to that, I'm gonna be mumbling and stuttering a little. Okay. Come on. That's another thing I actually like about this game compared to the Dark Souls games, is the fact that a lot of people were expecting it to be maybe not identical, but very close to how Dark Souls play, and they are, generally speaking. But this is in general. I have no idea what that means. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on two things at once, and I'm not used to it, so. Hell, if anybody's seen my Doctor Who reviews, I can barely focus on one thing at once, so. Is the speed, namely, is the main difference between them, between Dark Souls and this. This game's much, much quicker. Oh, somebody's actually watching. Hi! Hope you enjoy watching me fail. Well, holy crap, I'm actually not doing too bad now. Got that back, I'm starting to get my groove back a little. Yep. I'll deal with you in a moment. Okay. Need to remember to use the bullets a little bit more. Again, I'm very used to Dark Souls. I'm the guy who just holds the shield up. Yeah, I know, Cranky. I'll get to you in a moment. I'm used to being the guy who holds up the shield and just kind of tanks his way through everything. And I know that that's not really the way you're supposed to be playing games like this, but especially this, since it's very much encouraged to... Hi, crows. I'm going to deal with you now. It's very much encouraged to go super aggressive. As I just did. There's a little foreshadowing for you. Yeah. But like I said, yeah, speed. One of the main differences is the speed of it. The fact that there's a lot more dodging involved, a lot more, like there's a much faster dodge in between Dark Souls and Bloodborne. Hey, buddy. As you can see right there. I'm very bad at the timing of that. Come on. Try it again. There we go. Got your face. Actually, looks like somebody beat me to it on the got your face part. Ooh. Got your torch. And Molotov. Don't think I'm gonna need the torch, but it wouldn't hurt. Not right now, at least, but in the coming bits. I never noticed the, actually been able to hear the music box here. I knew of it, because I heard some people talking about it, but I never actually heard it myself. Neat. Grab it. I might have misheard that, but I think I just heard one of the guys go, woof. Just hope it was one of the guys. It was one of the dogs. That would actually be, well, much funnier, but Come on, buddy. I have no more pebbles left. I don't want to use it. Oop. Here we go. There we go. Alright, what's this? More blood vials. Good. Gonna need them. He's coming up very soon. In fact, right about here, it's going to be our good friend, Mr. Werewolves. Come on. Here, boy. Damn it. Ooh. Okay. That's usually about the amount of trouble those things give me. Alright, let's keep moving here. If you can hear my fan in the background, by the way, I apologize. Scoot over a little. Actually. You know, with the headphones on, it's a lot creepier. Because I just thought I heard whispering when I came into this room. Don't know what he was saying, but it was a little bit creepier than I was expecting. Alright. This game is half horror, so that makes sense. I love doing that. Silver bullets. Begin the healing church, blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, this is a shortcut, right? Yeah. Well, yeah, I am cursed. My luck is not good. And I'm gonna pop back, grab a couple of healing items right quick, then pop right back, fight the cleric beast, and be on my way. Can't fiddle with you yet. Not fiddle in the way that Gurman probably meant, because that... Seriously, could they have made that line any creepier? At least pick up enough for a full thing. get a decent set of equipment first. One thing I do definitely like about this game over Souls games is you automatically gain the ability to sell stuff. I don't think you could in Demon Souls or in Dark Souls 1. And there's only one guy you could in Dark Souls 2. God bless you, Govlin, you amazing bastard. Govlin wheel indeed. Taylor Bardo dress worn by the normal scale, but oh yeah, the Canehurst thing. I do like the fact that they actually added this in. I don't know why they left it out in the first place. Because for some reason, like they've always had these little item descriptions during Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2. For some reason they left it out in Bloodborne. And they just had the word Bloodborne across the thing. And because of that, the load times felt a lot worse than they actually were. I just don't think the load times were that bad for this game at first, but that was always kind of the running joke with it. I never found them that bad myself. There's that whispering again. Ooh. Again, very... It's like me straight. Oh my god. It's the merchant from Resident Evil 4. You were in the last undeniably good thing the franchise ever brought us. Why didn't you come back? You might have saved 5. Curse! Tell me about the rabbits. What the hell is with the voices? It's becoming less creepy and more hilarious now. Not exactly what I intended to do, but it worked, so, eh. And got your spleen. Oh, this is not going to go well. Alright. I don't know if the oil urn actually works, but it makes me feel better anyway. Come on, Slappy. Let's rock. Is my pitching arm really that bad? Really? There we go. Love this music piece, by the way. God damn it. I expected that. Okay. Now that I've figured out how to suck at that, let's try not doing that. And again, I have beaten this game before. I should state that. Oh, there you are. Again, like I said earlier, I like the fact that you can't level up until you at least see the first boss. Now, once you've fought and lost to him horribly, like most people will their first time if they haven't played a Dark Souls game before doing this, and even if they have, really, because they aren't used to the boss's patterns or movements, or much like me, just kind of suck at this. Because again, this game is, speaking the obvious here, but extremely hard. There we go. Give me your bullets, Grandpa. That's a good boy. Come on, buddy. That's a good boy. Wasn't sure if you were following me or not. Laters. Trying to get distracted by the soundtrack this time. At least wanted to see if that would work. Okay, I botched the follow-up, but eh. I'm gonna get personal with you later, buddy, but... I've had no problem with this boss before. I swear to God, it's the recording curse. It actually is. 'Cause that exists. I don't care what anybody says. That's an actual thing. Like, while you're recording, it's natural that you will play far worse than you actually are. That's a thing. It's an actual factual thing. They're curse. Just some of these voices are kind of funny. And wham. You coming up? You did last time. You're not coming up? Okay, bye. Who makes statues that looks like this? Seriously, who makes statues like this? I get that it might actually be people, because as we're going to find out later, this place is messed up. But still, weird. Ah. Okay. It's getting a little late. I think I'm actually going to try and pick this up again later. Plus, this is getting extremely embarrassing. I've beaten this game, I swear to God. I'm going to try not to use any summons. Definitely not on the Cleric Beast, because it's the frickin' Cleric Beast. If I can't beat him, I give the hell up. But I'm going to try not to for the other bosses as well, but well, we'll see how that goes. But anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, I am done because, quite frankly, this freaking thing is driving me... This boss is driving me nuts. So, ladies and gentlemen, a good night.